Alright guys, welcome back. We are watching ReZero, Season 1, Episode 17, Disgrace in the Extreme. That does not sound like good news for Subaru. Um, but I guess that's kind of been everything that's been happening, so that's fine. Anyway, last time we learned about a negotiation, both like literally and hopefully for Subaru emotionally, I guess. I mean, what is emotional negotiation? I feel like that means something, and we talked about it in the last discussion, so sure. I don't know, I guess, and then at the end of the episode, insane, crazy shit started happening, and I don't know what's going on. A kaiju is attacking us. Like, I don't know. Some crazy, insane stuff is happening. So, if I had to guess, we're gonna die. So, sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. Real quick, because I never say this, and I should. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe. I don't like asking for it, but like, if anyone, I mean, I don't know, just please do. No one uses the sub box anyway. Like, come on, it's fine. The videos you want to watch from me, they'll show up on your homepage. Come on, it's fine. So subscribe if you like my videos. I gotta start saying that. Anyway, we're watching ReZero episode 17. You can line you and copy up with this if you want to. We are watching in 3, 2, 1. That is loud. So, like, what is happening? What is... I don't know. I guess I just have no... I don't know. This was not on my bingo card about a giant monster thing attacking us. Oh, that was... Someone mentioned that in the comments. The windbreak thing. Okay. The white whale. They mentioned that once. Okay. It's all coming together now. I understand everything now. So, the white whale came up before when they were talking about why it was going to take so long to get back to the Mathers domain, right? They said, like, the white whale was blocking the path or whatever, so they have to go the long way around. So, okay, I remember everything now. We're good. We're locked in. Okay. And I guess this time we didn't know that somehow, or we convinced these... I don't know, because it was Rem who brought it up, right? That it was the white whale was blocking the path or whatever? Or maybe that had, like, happened, and, like, since we left later in that loop, we had already known that it was gonna show up here. Like, or it had already shown up here at that time. So, like, they already knew about it. But this is it showing up here right now, you know? So there wasn't any way to know it was gonna be here because it hadn't happened yet. Right, like, you know what I mean? I love this opening. Man, I feel like the flugel tree must be important in some way. It shows up in the opening so much here. Hmm. Now, as for, like, what the white whale is, I have no idea. I mean, there's the weird thing with it, like, that weird thing at the end of the last episode with the guy forgetting about that guy. Or, like, did that guy ever exist? Was it the white whale making, like, an illusion or something? I don't know. I have no idea. Great. Why not? So it can fly through fog. That's what we're saying here. I, good luck, I guess. I'm surprised that made it have any reaction. It looks like he gave it a paper cut. Oh, okay. Oh, God. Oh, man. I'm expecting Subaru to die at any moment, but I I'm surprised it even reacts to getting hit by that. It's so big. Like, hmm. Is it targeting you specifically, I wonder? And I guess it would make me think that there's a reason to be targeting Subaru specifically, right? What do you mean? How? What are you gonna do? I mean, I guess she's just, yeah. Uh See, obviously, like, her sacrificing herself like this, it's very interesting because Subaru obviously can't let this stand. He would never let someone sacrifice themselves for him, right? Yeah. So, hmm. Oh, man. Hmm. Very interesting. Thing about Rim's actions versus Subaru's actions with like Amelia, you know? Because obviously her self-sacrifice is much more meaningful because she doesn't have return by death, right? Of course, Subaru can't help it, right? Like I'm sure, it's not like he chose to have return by death. I don't know. It's just very interesting. And it's interesting that like Subaru isn't, he will never let someone sacrifice themselves for him, of course, because he has return by death, right? We made it out, apparently. How long has it been? I mean, we're still in the fog. I am just incredibly shocked that she is powerful enough to intercept it, whatever that means exactly. What good will that do? Hmm. Hmm. You abandoned her. Okay, I guess probably thinks that about himself, right? That he would let her do that. That's a stupid thing to think. I'm just saying that's what he thinks, right? Killed the former sword saint. Isn't Reinhard's the sword saint right now, right? Hmm. I wonder if he'll let this stand or not. It's actually very interesting. Like, I'm not saying like Rem is gonna remain dead, obviously, but mm. What? Okay, so it's okay. It's the weird thing. Okay, so it's not making illusions. It's okay, okay, all right, okay, okay. It's making people forget, except it doesn't affect Subaru unless I guess I just. Oh, okay. I okay. Good. Awesome. Cool. Hmm. Like, how would that work, though? Like what if you tied this guy down and interrogated him about Rim? Like, he doesn't remember her at all. But what if you tried to like get him to recite the events of what happened today? Would there be gaps in his memory? Hmm. Yeah. If it's following Subaru, I mean, Oh, it's chasing. Okay. Yeah. It's chasing the witch's scent. Yeah. Oh, great. Okay. You know what? I can't blame him. Sure. Hmm. Ooh. Hmm. That's actually very interesting. We'll talk about it in discussion. I'm thinking some stuff right now about like, hmm. Oh my god. Like, thank God it stopped to wait and look ominous at the camera for us. Okay. I just imagine how terrifying this would be. Like what? I think you're gonna die, unfortunately. I don't know where we could possibly go in order to not die. Oh, okay. Oh, is this real? Okay. All right. That's sure. All right. Okay. I guess. Like he says, Rim forgive me, even though Rim is the one who did that for him. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know why they translated that as where is he when he literally said Oto, his name. Just translated as where is Oto. Anyway, the knives are there. So, like, witch cultists, yeah. Too late yet again. Not that I think there was any chance of Subaru continuing on this path. Man, he has the cut in his head yet again. I remember he had a cut in like that same spot. Oh, they aren't dead yet. Assuming this is real, I'm still just very like, is this real? I don't know. Are we in some dream world or something after the white whale ate us? I don't know. I don't know. They're just laughing and playing around when he looks like this, I guess. Okay. I guess I thought we were too late because the witch fiend, I mean the witch cult knives were like stuck in the caravan there. So obviously they were somewhere nearby. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Hi, Ram. We haven't seen you in a while. Um, so how soon are the witch cultists gonna be here? I guess this is good information to know. We'll have like a better timeline. Haven't seen Amelia in a while either, have we? If you say so. No kidding. I don't think that is harsh at all. Yeah. Literally. For real. Like, wow. I mean, like, I guess he's blaming himself for just the entire situation in general. But still, the fact he's blaming himself for what Rem did when she knowingly sacrificed herself for him. Of course, he just can't accept that, right? Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Good. Awesome. Yeah. So, okay. So it affects everyone. I was like, it's not just like just people in the fog or something. Okay. That is weird. Hmm. Your entire existence disappearing from the world, right? Sorry. Okay. So it does implant them with like false memories, basically. Oh yeah, I mean she wouldn't be kidding her. I mean, compare her reaction now to when Rem did die before. Okay. Oh, it like affected what? Okay. It like affected the unit. What? Like it changed the room, right? Like this is insane. It like okay. So it's even more than just erasing them from everyone's memories. It literally like rewrites the universe without them existing at all. Like what? And Subaru's the only one who can remember, which like I guess makes sense, right? I mean, only one who can remember Returned by Death. Amelia's room, I'm guessing. Yeah. I don't think Subaru's ready to have a talk with Amelia yet at all. You can't. It's not. You can't. It's not. No. No. Don't say that. Stop. No. This is not. Yeah. Like I like. Okay. We are not ready. We are not ready for this at all. Yeah. Think about how you made her feel. Like it just. Yeah. That's a really good way to approach this. Thanks. Thank you. Thanks, man. That's good. That is good. Man. I mean, he's in a crazy situation. So like, I guess I can't. He's not. He's not in a good mental spot right now. Yeah. But it. I don't want to. Remember those negotiation tactics we learned? Doesn't work like that. Hmm. I mean, talking about himself, right? Obviously. She doesn't know who that is. Man. Gonna say it? Gonna try and tell her? I guess. Okay. Oh, got it. Caresses his face. Is it just gonna kill him? No? Okay. Oh. I mean, just say it again. Do it again. Just say it again. Oh, it killed her. Okay. Yeah. Okay. It killed her. That is actually it killed her. It killed her. It killed her. I'm sure it can kill people other than him, which is crazy, or it can kill him or Amelia specifically, which obviously strengthens the idea of Amelia specifically being linked to this return by death stuff, right? If it can just kill anyone, that's insane. I don't know. That's completely crazy. But hmm, true. Where is he? Where is Puck? Because he showed up the last two times when she was dead, right? Turned to his original form. I mean, is that just the giant, crazy monster form? I guess. No. It's just, yeah, I mean, really, it's just like him asking Amelia to leave with him immediately. Yeah, for real. Just kill me. He's a lot to learn. Yeah. Okay. I don't care if it. Okay. Interesting. We don't. Huh. Makes me wonder more about Beatrice's backstory, right? So we know her general attitude towards people is complicated. It's just like he's just like shut down again, you know? He just can't do anything. It's so cruel, you know? That he can't tell anyone. Oh, well, you'll get your wish, I think. And their job is done already for them, isn't it? He is gonna lose his mind. Half devil. So why do they have so much animosity towards Amelia? Hmm. Okay. Okay. So the ordeals are like a method through which they are like. Yeah, we'll talk about it in discussion. I think you know like what I mean though, right? Like Amelia's always been compared to Satella. Hmm. Oh, okay. Because that's what he called the when he did that to Rim. But I guess they're invisible to everyone other than Subaru. We didn't get to see him in that episode either. The authority of sloth. So it's not just some kind of normal magic. It's like some specific. I mean, yeah, normal magic, but you know what I mean. Like we have an established magic system. God, he is gonna completely lose his mind. Like, God. Stop, please. Okay, thanks. Hi, Puck. Thank you. Please kill Subaru too. You degenerates. Jesus. I don't think Puck's very happy with you either, Subaru. You were too late, as he said last time. Okay. Well, we will talk about it in the discussion. Alrighty, let's talk about the episode. I might have to cut this discussion in two. I only have about 30 minutes. Maybe that's enough time. I don't know. I guess we'll see. We're just gonna see how long it goes. So, because there's like, I feel like there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. You never know. You never know. So this white whale business. I feel like my confusion on this has been cleared up now. So they mentioned the white whale once. I think it was, God, I don't remember was it episode 14? I think it was episode 14. It was when they were first going back to the capital, right? And Rem mentioned that they have to go like the long way or whatever, because Subaru was like, "Oh, why is it going to take us so long?" It was because of the white whale being here. So I guess because they left earlier, they didn't. The white whale wasn't here yet, so they took the shorter path, the path that they would have taken, and the white whale showed up, right? Like I guess if Subaru was, I don't know, had perfect memory, he might have known this was going to happen. But that's kind of, I don't know, that's kind of unrealistic, I guess, of him. So of anyone. So, but yeah, I guess that sure makes sense. Now, like, what on earth is the white whale? I have literally no I don't know. It's some crazy like to me this seems like the final boss. Like I just have no it seems like the most insane thing that has ever existed. So, like it eats you and it makes you not exist anymore. Okay, well like obviously if you get eaten you don't exist anymore. But you know what I mean? Like your existence is like erased from the universe, right? Like yeah, let's talk about it now because I just want to get out of the way now because it's like crazy. So like it rewrites like the entire universe to like make sense without the person that it eats. I'm assuming it's eating them. I mean, it has a giant mouth. That's just why I'm kind of assuming it eats them. The person that it eats, it rewrites the entire universe so that it like makes sense without them ever having existed. It rewrites everyone's memories. They don't know that person ever existed. Like Rim's room at the mansion was completely changed. No one had lived there, right? So it's not just that it erases everyone's memories. It's just everything is changed in the universe to make it like make sense like that. I gotta turn on my fan one second. So like that is like completely insane, right? Like that is like the most insane and ridiculous thing ever. The only other thing that we have that has any level of like power over reality like that is Return by Death, right? Like Return by Death lets you pretty much overwrite the universe. And so does this stupid whale thing. So I don't know what that is all about. It's insane. I don't know. It's like I don't know if I'm thinking way too much about it. It just makes me wonder if because it has to me powers that feel similar to Return by Death in the sense of the whole rewriting the universe thing, if it like has its powers through some of this kind of like a similar way that Subaru has his own. Of course, we don't have any idea how Subaru has his powers or why, but like I hope you know what I mean. I hope you understand the connection I'm making there. It's like crazy. So, man, I don't know. I am incredibly, incredibly surprised that Rem is powerful enough to do anything to the whale. Let me get my mouse off screen. She like she hits it with her mace and it like actually makes it react, which is crazy to me, which is very crazy. And of course, her answer is to sacrifice herself for Super, which makes sense, right? Like, it's like how do we want to think about this, right? How do we think about Subaru's emotions here? Because I feel like in the last discussion I was a little bit too harsh on Subaru, maybe. He is in such just a crazy situation that it's so hard to even like it's so hard to put yourself in his shoes in any sense, even though I feel like putting yourself in a character's shoes is like overrated, and that's like not a good thing a lot of the time in terms of like general like understanding media. But that aside, um, his situation is so bizarre and crazy and just like mentally destroying him that it's very difficult to like be critical of him and not feel like I'm always just being unfair. But like his reaction to Rim deciding to sacrifice herself for him is so interesting because like what does he does this same thing for everyone all the time, right? Like all he's been doing in the entire story has been letting himself die slash literally killing himself at least once, um, for the sake of people around him, right? For the sake of people he cares about. Obviously, he has returned by death, like of course, and that's a complicating factor here, I guess, right? Um, but it's just interesting when Rim wants to do the same thing, he is so against it, you know? Like it's like he is feeling it's like he is feeling the same emotions that Amelia feels about what he has been doing for her, right? Like Amelia obviously doesn't like it when all of the crazy ways Subaru has been helping her that has resulted in him getting hurt and like from her point of view almost dying over and over again. Like he has literally from her point of view been cheating death in like the most crazy way ever. You know, like the I don't know, just everything, right? At the loot house, it's insane that neither of them died. At the, you know, all the stuff in the woods with the witch fiends, it's completely crazy that Subaru didn't die. So from Amelia's point of view, Subaru has basically been doing what Rem is doing for him right here, just like over and over again, right? So I guess I just hope that Subaru having such a strong reaction to this and like hating the fact that Rem is doing this, which like for one is kind of unfair, right? Like I'm not saying that those emotions Amelia is feeling or the emotions that Subaru here is feeling is like completely fair, you know. It goes back to the thing of like self-sacrifice, sacrificing yourself for someone else is an okay thing to do as long as you have a like understanding of your own value like to yourself and your value to like other people, the value that you have in other people's eyes, right? Subaru lacks that, right? Like again, he has returned by death, so he can't, it's impossible for him to do the true like sacrificing himself thing, right? Unless, you know, in terms of like dying for someone, right? I mean, I guess he has died quite a few times for Amelia, but you know what I mean. Subaru lacks the whole like self-worth and self-worth in the eyes of others, like an understanding of that, right? He is not there yet at all. You know, Rem, I think Rem's version of self-sacrifice here, which is just like, you know, she doesn't have returned by death, she's actually just killing herself for the sake of Subaru, and he can't accept it. I think she is much further along on that, right? Like, I think she has a full understanding of, like, how much Subaru means to her. I think she understands, like, her actions and, like, what she's doing. And I think it's Subaru's reaction in this situation that's, like, the unfair thing, right? Like, I don't think Rem's decision here is something that you could at all view as, like, a cruel decision to sacrifice herself for Subaru, where, like, Subaru's actions with Amelia, I don't really want to say it's cruel either, but I think it's much more understandable that Amelia has, like, her emotions considering Subaru's actions are much more, like, clouded, right? Especially considering, like, Amelia hasn't understood the true scope of everything that Subaru's been doing with her throne by death, right? Like, she doesn't know that through his actions in the last loop he saved Rim's life, for example. Like she just doesn't know. She doesn't understand the full scope of the situation, right? So I guess okay, just to sum this all up, I think Subaru's reaction here to Rim deciding to sacrifice herself for him is very similar to Amelia's emotions considering his self-sacrificial actions towards her. And I'm hoping that I don't know, he will understand her feelings more on some way. Obviously, in this episode, we didn't get there at all. But I hope on some level he eventually will, I guess. Again, it's different situations, though. It's different situations. And of course, like, a large reason why Subaru can't accept Rim sacrificing herself for him here is because of his own lack of self-worth, right? Which ties into the reason why he acts so self-sacrificial for Amelia in the first place, you know? So, not I'm saying Amelia doesn't also have those same factors at play, right? Like, she doesn't think someone should be hurting themselves for her like Subaru does for her, right? It's both of them have, like, some problems here, right? I'm not saying Amelia is fully in the right either, so... so... The White Whale... Okay, so first of all, the White Whale killed the former Sword Saint. If I'm not crazy, the Sword Saint right now is Reinhardt, right? That is the... Right, I'm not... He's the Sword Saint, and then Wilhelm is the Sword Demon, right? That's what they called him? So, I don't know what either of those positions are exactly, but sounds pretty serious. If I had to guess, Sword Saint is above Sword Demon, because Reinhardt seems to be a god or something, so... And this is where it is revealed that... I wonder where exactly he forgets her, because he mentions her right there, right? He says, like... It's, like, right here, right? It's so weird. It's just in between. Oh, I guess when he says we were fortunate enough to escape it. I guess that was, like, the trigger. I guess Rem must have died, like, right then, right? Right before he said that, because that's what sets Subaru off, too, him saying that. Yeah, who's Rem? So I guess I'm just wondering, like, what, like... Another way it also reminds me of Return by Death is it's like, no, maybe that doesn't make sense. Never mind, I was gonna say it's like Return by Death in terms of, like, imagining, like, a universe where Subaru didn't exist and wasn't around to, like, in Subaru's mind, right, he feels this great sense of responsibility to, like, prevent all of this crazy stuff happening. Like, obviously, right, like, to Amelia and Amelia dying. I was saying it almost feels like it's like we're getting a glimpse of a world where these people didn't exist, which, like, reminds me of, like, the very real possibility of Subaru never existing in this world, right? Like, he's like an outsider, an artificial force that was brought here. But I guess, like, in that case, like, I don't know, Amelia would be dead immediately. So, like, I don't know. It's not like Subaru's having to face, like, the reality of what it means to not exist in the world, because, like, everyone would just be dead already. So, I don't know. That's just kind of a dead end. That just popped into my mind, but I don't really think it goes anywhere. And I guess I really can't blame Odo for doing that, I suppose. Yeah, the White Whale did some aura farming, which, I don't know, looks good to me. I don't really understand what happened here, right? Like, the White Whale just, like, disappears. Which is weird, right? Like, the fog clears and the White Whale disappears. I don't know. It's very strange. I don't know why. It just makes me think that the White Whale is, like, some weird, like, supernatural force or something, right? Like, it's not, like... I don't know, right? Because it's not like... I mean, if it was, like, a physical, normal creature, where'd it go? You know? So, I don't know. I feel like we will be learning some more about the White Whale, so I guess we'll see. And then I guess I don't really understand what happened here, right? We see the knives from the cultists stuck in the caravan and in the dragon. Oh no, they're just in the caravan. I guess the dragon didn't get stabbed, but I don't know. I guess they, like, intercepted Odo and killed him, and they let the dragon go for some reason. I don't know. It's just weird. I don't know what happened. I really thought this was all, like, fake at first. I thought this wasn't real. Because they all just walk up to him so happily. It's just, I don't know. I really thought this was not real at all. But I guess it is. Man, and I guess, yeah, of course I should have noticed something was up right away when Ram isn't, like, freaking out over Rim not being here, you know, when Subaru showed up in that state. I guess I just didn't think about it. I don't know. But, You know, it makes me wonder, this whole White Whale thing. Like, there have to be people who have been... I guess there would just be no way to know. There'd be no way to know how many people have been eaten by the White Whale, you know? How do they even know it exists? Well, I guess they just know it exists from, like, survivors, right? People who manage to see it and not die. But everyone who sees it and doesn't die, like, they aren't even going to know how many people it kills. They're going to have no idea. What if the White Whale has killed 90% of the population of the planet? It's just, none of them have any idea. Just humanity has been slowly going extinct due to the white whale this whole time. No one knows because they just keep forgetting all those people exist, right? Like, man, I guess that's a pretty effective method for a predator. You know, I don't know. Hmm. Man, and Ram is right on the fucking money here. Like, I'm sure you did something you shouldn't have. That's harsh. I think it's an appropriate assessment. Perfect for a loser, afraid to approach the heart of the matter, who'd do anything to put it off a little. And like, I don't know, this is what makes me think back to the idea that I'm really not being too harsh on Subaru. I swear, and as I'm saying that, this is gonna sound incredibly harsh. I swear, he uses these crazy situations that he's in with Return by Death, right? He's always in these crazy situations where he has to act immediately and do insane stuff. He uses them in a way, or at least in this arc, he's been using it in a way where he tells himself, oh, I have to, there's no time to do anything but take immediate action and not think about anything else. It's like he's using it to not think or like emotionally digest anything that has happened over the past however long, right? Like, and maybe that's harsh, but really it's like that's what he's been doing. Like in episode 15 where he's pretending to be, a coma patient. That he was it's like he was unable to, I don't know, unable to grapple with like the horrible situation he was in, I suppose. But I feel like just also even in the last episode, just like the crazy angry way he was acting the whole time, just yelling at everyone, acting insane. It's not like he's been emotionally or mentally addressing anything that's actually been happening about anything. Like, I don't know, it really does feel like Ram is right here, he's just putting everything off. Of course, again, like, and the reason it feels so harsh is because he is in such a terrible situation. Um, so like again, I can't really belittle him that much for it, but I don't know. It's just something to think about, I guess. And like, I don't know, like I swear to God, like the scene in the last episode with Crush, right? Crush calls him out for being a weak loser. um, not to like, not to be mean. That's pretty much that was the gist of that, right? And he gets so mad, he got so incredibly angry, he started screaming about the witch cult. Like, I swear, it really is just like what Ram just said. He wants to put all of the focus on like the here and now and the crazy situation he's in, which I guess I can't blame him for entirely. But like that situation when he did that, it was very much a situation where he could in some way, I don't know, think about anything anyone was saying to him. And instead of doing that, he just went on a crazy insane rant about how everyone has to listen to him immediately and he wants to murder the witch cult and grind them into dust. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm being too harsh. You guys can tell me, you guys can yell at me. I don't know. That's what it feels like, I guess. And yeah, of course, if even Ram has forgotten about Ram, then God, I just don't know. I wonder if you asked Ram about her childhood, I wonder what she would say. Or Ram, if you asked Ram about her childhood, what would she say? Like, I guess she just has fake memories. So, I don't know. I don't know. Hmm. And yeah, so it really, yeah, I don't know. Crazy. I guess, I mean, two lamps and a chair and a table disappeared, and a flower and a pillow, the sheets, sure. But Rim used to live here. Now she doesn't. Crazy. It really is. It's like we're in an alternate universe where she never existed. But it's like we were just all like instantly transported there or something. I mean, who knows? I kind of doubt the actual mechanics would ever be explained, but like literally how it works. Hmm. All I have to do is keep running and running and running. And it's interesting, like he thinks that, what good will running do? It's nice that, he thinks about Rem's sacrifice there. So it is good at least that Rem sacrificing herself is becoming a catalyst for Subaru to like do things instead of being a catalyst for him to do nothing and run away. That's better than nothing. That's good, right? Like, it's good that at least he didn't see Rim sacrifice herself for him and then be like, oh, I'm such a loser who couldn't do anything. I'm gonna, cry in the corner, you know? at least he uses it as a catalyst to like take action, right? That's better than nothing. Even though the way he's still thinking about her sacrifice for him is like he's blaming himself for it, which is like crazy. And there is Amelia. God, and especially like he really just can't get through to her at all, especially with Rem not existing. There's really nothing he could say to her. Like if he could at least point out to her here that Rim's dead, so obviously stuff is up. Even though the right whale is unrelated to the witch cult stuff, still he could use it as evidence falsely. But that would at least be something he could convince her with. To like leave, but Rim's gone. He can't. Right. So. Hmm. God, and like him being the only one who remembers Rim too. Like obviously he's gonna die, right? Like we're not gonna continue on with this, but I'm just thinking about like how much like mental like a burden that would be on him, feeling like he's the only one who remembers Rim. It's like he has to, you know, God, just how much pressure that would be on him. Like it really is. It's like Madoka spoilers, but we just finished on the channel, so I want to talk about it. It's just like Homura being the only one who could remember Madoka at the end. Like man, it would be just like that, right? Where he can't hmm, he would never get over it. He especially blaming himself for it, right? And I guess just their conversation they have here shows so clearly that he is not at all ready to have this talk with her yet. I don't know what he needs to do. I don't know what like realization he needs to have to be able to just talk to Amelia, but it's just not it is not there at all. I don't like and the reason why this problem is coming up now is because we're finally in a situation where Subaru can't actually fix it with Return by Death, right? He can't do it. So like obviously this isn't going to be the end of the story. It's going to be fixed in some way, right? It's just on the face of it, just this is the biggest problem Subaru's ever had, where he can't just fix it by himself, even though by himself in quotes, right? He didn't fix the other ones by himself either, but like if he'd gotten stuck like he is right now in either of the previous loops, um, then this issue with Amelia would have been happening then too, right? Like I guess there's since she has a deeper connection with Subaru now because we're on a later loop, like obviously it's different, but still. And yeah, just again, from her point of view, he just did completely insane, crazy shit that he can't, or from her point of view, of course, won't tell her about. Got himself hurt again, and all he will do is say that it's for her sake. It's just insane. Like, and again, it's like you can say the situation he's in is unfair, which I understand, right? Because he can't communicate with Amelia, which is incredibly unfair of a situation to be in, right? Like, of course, like the meaningful emotional communication he can have with her like still exists and he can have it with her. He just doesn't have the easy out of being able to tell her about Return by Death. Like, of course, right? And that would be kind of like the cheat code to their relationship. So it's just like before when he wanted to just tell her about Return by Death at the end of episode 13. That wouldn't actually solve anything for them or for their relationship in any way. That's just like the easy way out that Subaru wishes he had at his disposal, right? But despite that, obviously the situation he's in is still unfair. There's one line in here I really want to read again. Yeah, this, right? It's just all about him, right? Just, I don't want to suffer and cry anymore. Which, like, of course I can't, I don't blame him. His situation's awful. It's just of course it is about him, right? I feel like it's about him. I'm sorry. Just that's what he's thinking about in this moment. Like it's weird to think and talk about this. Anyone who already left an angry comment tell me he's not doing it for himself. It's weird to think about it, about things like this, because the actual actions he's doing are helping other people, right? Like, he is literally saving Amelia's life and Rim's life and Ram's life and everyone's lives, right? Um, but I still just think it's for him. Like, I think the underlying motivation he has for everything he's doing and the way he's acting is for him, right? Like you could say, oh, he could just, leave and just, you could say that when he first came to this world, he could have just, like, left. He could have used Return by Death to, like, win the lottery of Luginica or something, right? Like, and just like led an easy life, right? And the reason why he didn't was because of Amelia, right? But I think the reason why is because he wouldn't be able to live with himself, right? Like he wouldn't be able to live with himself if he just did that, right? Like that we literally saw that like at the end of one of the first episodes. You know, that's why he decided he had to intervene with the whole loot house stuff. Um, so like whether or not that's like a good thing or a bad thing doesn't matter. Like I think it's a good thing if you can't live with yourself for letting people die when you can do something to stop it. But the underlying motivation is still about him and his own like self-image of himself, you know. That's why everything he's saying to her is just all about like, oh, just believe me. Like I just don't care. Like it's just, you know, everything's gonna, you know. Um it's just very much parallels like the negotiation stuff in the last episode, you know, how he was so unsuccessful at it because he's just thinking about himself, you know. Because no one has an obligation, right? No one has an obligation to just do everything you say, even if he's right in this situation and they are going to die. They don't know that, and he is failing in every way to communicate in any way that like makes any sense, you know. So you know, like I feel like I just guess just the only way he'll ever be able to solve this and get through it is just like um he just has to reach some kind of emotional like conversational skill and understanding where God, I don't know. Like it's weird to think about because I can relate very much to a situation here where he's trying to convince someone who is going to die, and we know they're going to die, that she needs to flee and leave right now, right? And she's saying no, and that is a very frustrating situation for him to be in when he can't communicate with her. Um, but it's just obvious to me that it is a parallel for like his lack of emotional communication and understanding with like anyone, right? So in some way, this problem is going to be solved by Subaru like reaching an emotional understanding with these characters that he didn't have before. In terms of like in universe, how that is going to work with like solving the actual crazy like physical situation we're in with the whole witch cultist stuff and like somehow convincing Amelia about it. I don't know how that's going to go down. I just know from like I understanding how stories work that's where we're going, you know. It's obvious to me that those two things are like parallels for each other and completely connected. I just don't know exactly where we're going, I guess. And I wonder, like, he's saying all this about himself, right? Um, I wonder, like, obviously he's saying it about himself. I just wonder if on some level he is saying it to her too, almost as if it's like arguments that he uses to convince himself about, you know. It's like I guess it just shows that in his mind, his way of, like, I don't know, doing anything is this extremely negative reinforcement about his own mind, about his own, like, self value and self worth. Like, of course, right? Like, all of his actions are motivated through him telling himself things like this and wanting to prove that wrong, you know? So I guess I just wonder, like, he's obviously talking about himself in this case. I just wonder if it's like, since that's how his motivation for everything is, I wonder if he's almost is saying it to Amelia too, in the sense of like, you know, oh, maybe this will convince you like it convinces me, you know? And Amelia does not remember Rem either, unfortunately. He tries to tell her about Return by Death. So Return by Death kills Amelia instead of him, which is completely insane because there's two things this means, right? Either Return by Death, and again, it's the witch. I'm assuming that's like the witch, right? Like it either means the witch slash whatever it is controlling Return by Death is able to kill anyone at any time, which is insane. That just means it's God and it's, you know, it's over. Because I don't know why they would even need Subaru doing their bidding if that was the case. Or it means they can also kill Amelia specifically, right? They can kill Subaru and they can kill Amelia, which makes more sense to me. Um, and that strengthens, I feel like, my idea about Amelia having a connection with the witch. Like, obviously, right? I think I have no idea what that means. Because in some way it feels like it's like legitimizing the weird discrimination that Amelia faces, which I don't like that, you know. Obviously, not that I'm saying that's like where the author's going with. Like, of course, that'd be insane. Like, the author isn't saying that discrimination against her is good, right? Of course. So I guess I'm just curious, like, where we're going with it, you know. Because if she actually is, you know, she isn't the witch, obviously. But if she actually does have a connection to the witch, that's like crazy, right? You know what I mean? Like, what does that mean? Why? I don't know. I don't know. Um, and Puck is returned to his original form, which, like, I guess Amelia dying, making Puck return to his original form, almost makes me feel like Amelia is like, I don't know, like a binding Puck in some way. It's like the, you know, it's like the chains on him have been unleashed or something, you know? Because he does turn into that giant crazy monster at the end of episode 15, right? So, I don't know. I guess just pile it onto the list of things that we don't understand. Just like Betty says here about Subaru not understanding anything. Because it's just like him asking Betty to kill him. It's just like everything else, right? It's all just, to me, it just feels like it plays so much into the whole, just what he was just doing with Amelia, being like, oh, just listen to me, just leave with me. You know, we're not going to actually have a conversation or talk about anything. Just, you know, do what I say. Hmm. And of course, all these lines make me wonder so much about Betty's backstory. Of course, I'm sure we will get it eventually. She looks so sad. Especially, like, what we know about her, you know, and her, like, the way she interacts with everyone. Like, in Memory Snow, that's really what I'm thinking of, you know. So the cultists show up. They're real happy that Amelia's dead. I guess, so it feels like the new context of the ordeal here is it seems like it's like they're like tests, right? It's like Amelia fits the physical description of what Satella, of what the witch is supposed to look like, right? And it sounds like the ordeals are like, you know, she has to confront the sins and like overcome them, right? So it feels like it's like a test, like a trial by fire to, I guess, like find out if Amelia is like the chosen one or something. I mean, whatever you want to call it, however they're looking at what she could potentially be, you know. And if she fails, if they kill her, then that must mean she must not be it, right? You know. Um, Similar to like the stuff that Krush was saying about like the royal selection too, right? Like if she fails to protect her own territory, she's not fit to be the ruler, you know. Just like in this, if she fails to overcome all of the sins, I guess, then it must mean categorically that she's not meant to be Satella slash the body Satella's going to take over or something or whatever it's going to be. So I guess they don't have some kind of animosity towards her. They just want to try as hard as possible to kill her because that's like what they have to do to like test her, you know. Hmm. And I guess Subaru can see the unseen hands, which obviously they look like the hands that come to kill him slash Amelia. It was granted to him through love, which is like the witch, right? Um, hmm. So I guess they do actually have some kind of connection to the witch, right? Again, it's weird though. It's weird because it seems like to me that the witch, which is again who I'm assuming is controlling Return by Death, that's what it seems like to me, because he always has the witch's scent on him. It seems like the witch doesn't want Amelia to die, right? Like it seems like everything Subaru has been doing has been to prevent Amelia's death. So it's weird that these people, the witch cultists, who seem like they have a clear connection to the witch, the same witch, want to kill her so badly. When like that's what the witch is trying to prevent. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know. And thank God Puck shows up. God, Subaru needs to die. I'm sorry, he just has to. We gotta put him out of his suffering quickly. The issue is, I feel like Subaru has made no progress on this life. You know what I mean? I don't know. I am concerned about his future. Um, huh. I don't know. I'm trying to think like any kind of emotional progress or anything he made. I feel like he's just spiraled down even more. So that is unlucky. It is very unlucky. I'm trying to think of literally anything. Anything he has done. I really feel like again, I guess there's the negotiation tactics that he learned. You didn't really put them into practice very well, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. That was a good episode. That was a very good episode. Um, hmm. Yeah, I guess that's it. So, yet again, if you enjoy my content, please subscribe. We have an incredibly insane, impossible goal of 1,000 subs by the end of the year. It's not going to happen, but let's go for it. We got 250 in like 4 months. Like maybe I don't know. Maybe it's possible. Oh God, it'd be rough. That'd be for sure. Anyway, thank you for watching. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. I will see you in the next one.